इसको नहीं किया था क्या लाइक क्या? आवाज आ रहा है? हेलो। हेलो। ऑडिबल? आवाज आ रहा है? Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? So, how are you all feeling? What is the feeling today? I think this is the first or second paper for your CA final, or already you have taken some other subject also. First paper, most probably, and exam is May 24 or November 24? May 24. Everyone May 24. Very good, excellent. Now we all know that new scheme has been introduced, new syllabus has came, will be the first student, means we means including me, okay, will be the first student writing new scheme. Now whenever new scheme comes now, because when I was writing exam for CA final, that time also new scheme came. Whenever new scheme came, with lot of new emotions it will come. With lot of new emotions means what? Normally student will have doubt what is going to happen in the first exam, whether it will change drastically or it will not change, or what will be the exam pattern, what will be the exam result pattern, what is the expectation of ICAI, what will be the expectation of what the students, the all confusion means a lot of confusions will be there. And if the proper guidance will not be there, then it might happen that in the because what happened normally, if you start 1 year before also exam preparation, or 1.5 year also before exam preparation, or 6 months before also, the point is not when you are starting, point is that how you are starting, how effective you are when you started your exam preparation. That is the point. Means there are many students already who have started their preparation 1.5 year before, but there are many students who will be starting preparation from what this day, means only 6 months are left. Now one doubt will be there that if any student is starting from this day, means only when 6 months are left, whether it is possible to clear the exam both group. This one point. So normally what happens when proper guidance is not there, and of course there is a new scheme. So what will happen with a lot of confusion? Correct now. You will not get a exact path, exact road, and with that confusion it might happen you might struggle. But the point is that if 6 months are left, whether it is possible to clear both group, I will say as per my experience, yes. It is very easy to say yes, huh? It is very easy to say yes. Correct. But as per my experience, if you plan effectively, if you plan your studies effectively, this 6 months is more than enough to pass both the group. I don't know whether you are reading group only one group or both group, that is not a matter. If you are planning for only one group, I will not say that change your planning to both group. That is not at all an intention. Because if you already planned for one group, now if you go to both group, now you will not be able to plan it. So your mind should be for one group or both group from the day beginning. If you have said yes one group, to stick to one group only. Because in between, no sir, my friends are doing both group, let us try. ऐसा नहीं होता है. It should not be there. Are you getting what I am saying? So if you have already planned, means I am saying already planned, already determined that one group, be ready for one group only. It is, I will say, if you are passing one group, that is also, then also you are CA only. And if you are passing both group in one attempt or two attempt or multiple attempt, then also you are chartered accountant. Means once you become CA, nobody will ask you how you have written exam. Once you become CA, no one will ask you how many attempts you have written. Until unless in interview legally they ask. But in interview also they will not ask. Yeah, how many attempts you have taken. Understood? So that is not a matter. So this course means, let us come to our batch. Let us start about this batch. This is an exam oriented batch. Exam oriented batch means what? Means what do you mean by exam oriented batch? So already we have recorded one regular batch. So regular batch, exam oriented batch. Understood now? Normally if I will say when I started teaching in the year 2008, first professional teaching. Before that I was just teaching what? Only for the sake of earning thoda sa income. Correct? Then professionally I started teaching in the year 2008. Means 2008 to 2016 I will say there was no concept of exam oriented batch, fast track batch. There was no such concept. I understood now. There was only one batch, that is regular batch. Because that time there was no YouTube channel, nothing. Now due to what happened, due to YouTube channel, due to once the entire world is open, so sometime when we think about what is required, what is not required, so a concept was introduced about exam oriented batch. So regular batch means what? In that we'll do detailed studies, correct? And of course in that batch we'll cover all the questions. Means we'll not do anything apart from ICAI study material. Will not do in that batch, will not do anything apart from ICAI study material. So that is also from exam point of view only. But if 6 months is left and if you are writing both group with regular batch which consists of 300 hours, we find that it is quite difficult to study in class and then revise also, because if I will only take 300 hours, then you need to also revise 2 times, so it will not be possible for you all. So we try to create one batch in such a way that we will be able to complete the entire syllabus I am saying, no deletion, nothing. Will be able to complete the entire syllabus. Once again I am saying entire syllabus, nothing deleted, no cutting, correct? All the syllabus whatever I do in regular batch, that will be done in this batch also. But that will be done in such a way that it will take 150 or maximum I will say 20 plus hours you can say. Because right now I can't say, because this is a new scheme with introduction of MCQs, some more understanding is required. So taking that objective in mind, that exam oriented means you are able to solve all the questions. I can't delete any question, I can't delete any concepts, correct? So this will be 150 we are planning, but it can be plus 20 hours you can say. I mean right now we can't say how many hours it will go, but plus 20 you can say. So 170 you can say, but 150 will try to complete it. Understood? Now in this 150 hours, so how you will manage? You are saying sir entire concept will be covered. So right now you have completed one regular batch in which I have taken 280 plus hours. So sir, how you will complete? You are saying entire syllabus and then half of the hour. It can be completed. What we will do, that I will try to increase my speed. I will try to increase my speed. We normally, if I take 1x speed for regular batch, so here the speed will be 1.5x. And normally what happens, which I have understood, that even though I am teaching in 1x speed in regular batch, student will listen in what, 2x speed. Understood now? So if you are increasing the speed in recorded classes, so better I will only increase. So that will not affect your studies. Only you need to be thoda sa more concentrate, more your concentration level should be high in the class. Correct now? Because my speed will be thoda sa more as compared to regular batch. Correct. Second point where we can save our thoda sa time, which I can understand because you are a CA final student. So you also understand the importance of this exam. So what I can do, that all the questions will be covered. Whatever I do in regular batch, I will try to cover all the questions. But there are some questions which require only discussion. I know, and you will be also able to understand that when I am discussing that question, you will understand that writing is not required, solving is not required. So what I will do, that type of question which I feel that can be understood only with discussion, that will be only discussed and will not be solved by me in the class. Of course, entire solution will be given to you. Entire solution will be given to you. So in that way, I can save 4 hours of time. Understood? So what will happen? What is the benefit of this? That let us understand benefit of exam-oriented batch. If you will not be able to understand benefit, then what will happen, that you will not be able to plan your studies effectively. So if I take 300 hours, so what will happen? 300 hours you are taking. Then again you need to give 300 hours for what? First time revision. Correct now. And then 2 revision is must. I will say must for getting good marks in CA final exam. 2 revision is must. Now 300 hours I have taken. Then again you are also taking some hours to revise. So this much number of hours you don't have. So if I am able to complete in 150 hours, and then again you are taking 200 hours for first revision, can I say it will help you to save 150 hours, which you can allocate to other subjects. In that way, if you are planning for both group or group 1, I don't know, I don't want to go into that. You can effectively write the exam in May 2024. So that is the mere intention. Intention is to save your time for preparation and then allocated time in revision. Because what I feel, this classroom is not important for passing the exam. Self-study is more important for passing the exam. Classroom is required, but that is not the only point with which you will pass in exam. Self-study is more important. If you have done the classes but you have not revised it, gone. But if you have not done the class properly, but if you are revising 2 times, now that may help you. That may help you. Means if you take my example, I have never taken any coaching for CA final. Then also I become CA na. So that self preparation is more important. Self study is more important. So we need to focus on that. I am not saying that from tomorrow you don't come in the classroom. Correct now, because of course that is required. What to study, what not to study, that is also more important. But once you have understood that, what to study, what not to study, then apply the balance time for self study. So planning is required for that self study. So I am planning the classroom hours, you plan your revision. If you can plan your revision effectively, then whatever you have decided, either one group or both group, that can be effectively achieved. Understood? So I think the difference you have understood, you can see the major difference is only in the speed and questions solving. So if suppose there are 10 questions I do in regular batch for one chapter, if suppose I am doing 10 questions in regular batch, so what I will do, 5 questions I will do by solving and 5 questions I will discuss. Understood? For which solution will be given. In that way we can save our time. You can see I have not designed any separate book for this exam oriented batch. Means whatever books I provide, For regular batch, that book only I will provide for what? Exam oriented batch. Means if I am not teaching any concept, you can catch me na. Understood? So same book will be given. Suppose if I am not teaching any concept, so you can catch me, sir, why you have not done this concept. Understood what I am saying? Yes, sir. So all the concept will be covered. So there is no such difference from concept point of view. You can see all the concept will be covered in regular batch. That will be covered in what? Exam oriented batch. Understood? Correct? But one thing that if you are writing for what? After 1 year, 1.5 year, then I say don't go for exam oriented batch. Then go for what? Regular batch. Because there is also some advantage of regular batch. If you are writing after 6 months, then exam oriented batch will be helpful for you. Understood? Yes, sir. Now this batch will be totally in English medium. Okay. My mother tongue is Hindi, so in between it might happen I may use some sorts of Hindi, that is default, by default it will come. Understood now? Correct. So some Hindi words might come that will not be used for explanation purpose. Explanation will be done entirely in English. Today is the first day of the class. Okay, sir. Now coming to the timing will be same timing, 6:30 to 9:30 every day. 6:30 to 9:30, 3 hours batch. In between I may give you 10-minute break. Okay. Understood? To 6:30 to 9:30. Break will be decided by me, not by you. Correct? Then duration already I have said it will be 150 to 160 it is mentioned, but it might happen it may go to 170 also. So at the end please don't complain about that. Understood? Don't complain. Days already I have mentioned 50 days, but excluding holiday. Most probably I will not take classes on Sunday. Most probably. But some Sunday I may take. Understood? So some Sunday if I am taking, I will inform you on prior basis. The timing of Sunday will be decided by me, not by you. Timing of Sunday will be decided by me, not by you. I am saying on the first day. So you can't say, sir, I can't come on that time. Then you listen what? Backup classes. Understood now? So don't worry. I am a student friendly student. I ask you, then only I decide. Correct? But Sunday timing is based on me. Chalega? Yes, sir. But most probably I don't take class on Sunday. I also require 1 day rest. Every human being require 1 day rest. And I am married also, you can understand. It is required. Okay. Now this batch is applicable already said May 24 and November 24. May 24 and November 24 and onward batch also, because in FR amendment will not be so much in FR. What books you receive? So you receive 2 volumes of India's Saransh book. What is the India's Saransh book? India's Saransh book has been compiled by me, and it will contain all the content of India's. Understood? So all the content without any questions. In that no questions will be there, only the content. So this will help you in revision time. Means I have designed that India's Saransh book in such a way that it can be completely revised before exam. Normally what student think, one more point I just want to say in the first day only, that normally student think that practicing question you will pass the exam. No, CA, it is a CA final exam. Okay. So in CA final exam, if you are practicing only questions without understanding concept or content, you will not be able to write in exam. So that content is also very important. Content is also very important. For example, you have done accounting standard in CA Inter. Anyone who have not done accounting standard in CA Inter? Understood? So for example, there is a question of AS9 or AS5. Can you write without knowing the content of AS? Means you have understood the question, you have understood the solution also, but you can't write if you don't know the content of accounting standard. That India's Saransh book will be very important. So practicing question is one point, but also revising the content is also more important. Therefore, I have compiled in such a way that you can revise the entire India before exam. Understood? Then I will be giving you 4 volumes of question bank. 4 volumes. So 4 volume, 1 volume will be of 350 pages approximately. So 350 into 4 how much? How much? 1400. 1400 pages will be what? Your question bank. And 500 pages will be what? Your India's Saransh book. So this much we'll do in class. Now, question bank means what? All the questions will be there. All the questions of ICAI study material, all the question of past examination, all the questions of past examination. So this is the first exam. No, the previous old scheme was also based on India's. So question remains same. So with old scheme to new scheme, there is no major changes in FR. I don't know about other subject, but in FR is not major changes because India's will remain India's. Question of that India's will remain same only. So all the past examination question will be there. All past RTP. RTP means revision test paper. MTP means model test paper will be there. Understood? So till that, whatever RTP, MTP, past examinations, all are included in that. Understood? Correct? Means after this batch, any exam conducted by ICAI, RTP, MTP, that will not be included in that. So for that, I'll give you some additional PDF. For example, if you are writing not in May 24, you are writing in November 24. So from May 24, another RTP will come. So that I will provide you. Even though you are a CA final student, you can also download from website. But I will provide you chapter wise. Understood? So that will be my obligation to provide you. That is my obligation to provide you. Then we'll provide you MCQ. Now MCQ is multiple choice question. We all know that now every subject will have 30% multiple choice question. 30% means 30 marks we are expecting. Now it will be of 1 mark or 2 marks, that is not yet confirmed. Means one question will be of 1 mark, one question will be of 2 marks, that is not yet confirmed. So if it is 2 marks, 15 question will come. If it is 1 mark, then 30 question will come. Understood now? So there will be multiple choice question without any negative marking. Thank you very much. No negative marking means we can attempt all questions. We can attempt all questions now. Understood? I think in CA Foundation, you have done CA Foundation? The CA Foundation, there were 2 subjects in which there were MCQs, but there was negative marking. There was negative marking. So in this, it is free. We can attempt all. Now MCQ question is under preparation. Because I am drafting is every day. What I do, I used to draft 5 questions by my own. So till now, ICAI has not released any PDF etc. of MCQ question. They have provided in the student, I think login ID, some MCQs. Correct now. They have provided to you, but they have not given in PDF format. Got it? So that too you can solve from the ICAI login ID by using ICAI login ID, whatever you have now. So they have provided some case study based question there also. So I am just trying to create some new question by my own. So 200 questions already created by me. Some more questions I will be creating. So I will be just updating that PDF every month. Understood now? That PDF will be given the Google Drive link. You can download and you can start. You can save in your mobile and you can, whenever you feel, you can start solving it. And I am not giving chapter wise. What happen if I will give you chapter wise? What will happen? You revise that chapter, then all MCQs become easy. So I am not giving you chapter wise. So once the entire syllabus completed, you can solve it. Understood what I am saying? So can I say MCQ solving is not my job. If I will solve MCQ, then what you will do? You will only write exam. No, you need to solve some questions by your own. That MCQs you need to solve by your own. I have not given chapter wise intentionally. Why intentionally? Because if suppose chapter wise given, now that MCQs become easy to understand. So you do entire syllabus. After that, start solving MCQs by one. So I'll just give a hint of that solution. So whatever tough questions are there, I will provide a hint for that, so that it will not waste your time. Suppose you are not able to understand how it is solved, so one hint will be provided for that. Got this point? Understood? So MCQs I am not going to give any hard copy. MCQs I will be giving what? PDF. Why I am not giving hard copy? Because it is under updation. Unnecessary I will give you. Then once again I will need to update it. Correct? Got it? And can I say MCQs can be done through what? Soft copy only. Correct. And we need to save paper also. Save trees, save paper. Got it? Yes, sir. Now about backup classes of this batch. So if you are a live student or face-to-face student, then 50% hours will be provided as backup. 50% hours. So if suppose the batch is 150 hours, or 75 hours will be provided as backup that you can use if you are missing the classes. Understood? If you miss the classes, then what? You can use it. Normally what happens, this backup classes is actually a disadvantage for the student. Why disadvantage? Because you have a backup, and once you start listening backup classes, you will not come to the class. That is my observation from the last, I will say, 2 years. See, now the CA final student have become lazy. Morning, who will come? Morning 6:30. Teacher can come. Teacher is earning from that. Why we will come? Understood now? Abhi dekho, it's happened. See, the strength will decrease to 20% after 50% of class. I have always observed that strength decreases not because you are listening the classes. You are not listening the classes in your home also. I know. But when you have some backup classes now, you have, we have the classes, we can listen. And can I say, if you say me, I can convert that backup classes into Google Drive classes also. Because I want you to complete the class now. Yes or no? So if you start listening backup classes, you'll call me one day, sir, please convert to Google Drive, sir. I am okay with that. But I know it will take them 12 months to complete that. Normally it is my observation that out of 100 students, only 20% students are able to complete the recorded classes in time. 80% will ask for extension, and I give 12-month validity. Means they are not able to complete the entire syllabus in 12 months. So I will say this backup, you forget. It is given for some emergency. For example, you got fever, you are not able to come, then use it. Otherwise, forget about this. Because once you are coming in the club, that only will help you. Because you joined for this now. Because why you want face-to-face class? Because you know that you can't listen recorded classes. Yes or no? Those who have joined live classes, they also require some discipline. So those who want discipline, they have joined this. Those who do not want discipline, they have already taken my recorded classes. The student who don't want discipline, they want to listen as per their time convenience, they will opt for what? Google Drive classes. Na? So you have opted these classes because you want some discipline. Am I right or not? So stick to this. Stick to this. Correct. For Google Drive student, because I need to say to them also that 1.5 view will provided with 12-month validity. 12-month validity. For backup class also I am giving 12-month validity. Correct. 12 months. Aram se. After May, one more attempt will come. Correct na? It is your choice. What is your mind saying? What is your mind saying? I will say take 3-month validity. Try to complete in 3 months, because this course is what? Of 3 months only. Means this exam oriented to 2 months may complete jata. So that should be the target, that you should complete this FR in 150 hours only. Not more than that. Okay. Now coming to the next point. So we discuss about the backup classes, doubt clarification. This is most important, doubt clarification for you. So I am available with you. I think doubt clarification is not required for you. I am available before class, after class, in class. Correct now. You can call me also. I will be available at any point of time. But those who are taking live classes and those who are taking Google Drive classes, a dedicated Telegram group will be given to you. You can ask doubt there. A WhatsApp group will be also created for the personal connection with me. So I think you have also joined one WhatsApp group. So that will be for personal connection. Normally I don't clear doubt in WhatsApp group. Correct now, because in my mobile there will be lot of messages. So I can't read all the messages all time. So one dedicated Telegram group is given. So once again I am saying, if you want to ask subject related doubt, ask in Telegram group. That I always see and I answer within 1 hour. I just make sure that within 1 hour I answer it. Correct. Sometime if I am very busy schedule, so it will take 1 day to complete. ठीक है ना? Because I have a lot of classes, then it is not possible. But if you are asking any doubt in WhatsApp, I will not see also. So don't ask any doubt in WhatsApp, but one WhatsApp group will be created only for personal connection. Suppose your birthday is there, so you just can inform me, I will wish you. My birthday, if you know, you can wish me. Happy Diwali, Happy Eid, whatever you want, we can do that personal relationship we can create there. Okay, correct. If you have some uh, point to discuss with me personally, you can ask me time there, sir. You can also call me also there. Nothing to worry. Understood now? So in that I will just give one time, you can call me, that is for personal connection, but doubt in Telegram group. If suppose I am not able to explain the doubt with message, I will only inform you that at this point of time you call me, and you can call me and we can discuss that doubt over call also. Correct? But most of the time you will be able to understand the doubt with message only. If you have some technical issue, so one technical WhatsApp group will be provided. Ask the technical doubt there only. Don't call anyone, don't message anyone personally, because the entire technical team is there only. So one technical doubt group will be provided in your email, by way of email you receive soon. So ask all the technical doubt there only. About your books, if suppose it has not been received to books, so there is one courier doubt WhatsApp group. Ask your tracking ID there only. Don't call, don't waste your time. You'll be wasting your time in calling. Correct? So you can ask all the courier related doubt in that. This I am just informing you because you should know all these points. Correct? In any case, you just write down these two number. This is not my number, huh? This is my team number. So any point, any discussion you want to do, correct now. If suppose I am not replying your message, just complain about me in this number. Okay, you can complain. For example, after class you will be also requiring my help na. Are bolna rahe? You require, you don't require. So I'll give you my number, but not abhi, because abhi here I'll give you my number, personal number I'll give you. Don't worry. But this number is for my team. Suppose I am not responding or you are not getting the immediate reply, you can complain about me also in this number. Okay, this sir is not replying, ask sir to reply. So I will only call you. Okay, got this point? Correct. So with this I have just discussed about the batch. Now coming to the syllabus. If I say syllabus, so syllabus is entire Indias. Do you know about Indias? What is the full form of Indias? Do you know what the full form of AS means? What? Accounting standard. IND means what? Indian. So Indian accounting standard. So it is entirely Indias. So we call it pyar se what? Indias. But it is Indian accounting standard. What you have done in CA Inter? Accounting standard. So my question to you all, whether that accounting standard was related to Indian context or it was not related to Indian context. Means whatever accounting standard you have done in CA Inter, that is related to India or that is not related to India? India only. So this is what? This is also Indian accounting standard. That was also Indian accounting standard only, no? But in CA Inter, whatever you have done, that was known as what? Accounting standard. This is known as what? Indian accounting standard. But both are related to what? India. So what is the difference? Means what is applicable to the company? Whatever you have done in CA Inter, whatever you will do in CA Final, both are different or same? If name is different, of course they are different. If we call accounting standard whatever you have done in CA Inter and whatever we will do in right now, that is known as Indian accounting standard, name is different, so of course they are different only. The point is that what is the difference? Achha, what is applicable to Indian companies? What is applicable to Indian companies? Accounting standard. So what is IND accounting standard? You are saying when you are saying accounting standard means you are in CA Inter, huh? when CA Inter. Correct. Hmm. 1 minute. Now, so what I was discussing, that what is the actual difference between AS and Ind AS. So now what actually happened, I don't know whether it has been taught to you in CA Int or not. Because CA Int you are not so much mature to understand all these things, even though it is a part of CA Int syllabus. Correct now. But we as a faculty, we teach, we know what you can understand. That only we teach, and that was not required for CA Inter examination. But now what actually happened? There are two type of companies. There are two type of companies. Understood? Whatever I am writing in good handwriting, that you should write down. Understood? Whatever I am writing, so my good handwriting this only. Correct? So whatever I am writing in good handwriting, that you write down. One more thing, this all class notes PDF will be also provided day wise in the Google Drive link. You can download. Okay. So there are two type of companies now. First, companies to which Ind AS is applicable. Company to which Ind AS is applicable. Got this point? And companies to which Ind AS is not applicable. Company to which Ind AS is not applicable. So for the purpose of application of accounting standard, entire companies has been divided in two parts. We need to first find out which are the company to which Ind AS is applicable. So any balance company will be the company to which AS will be applicable now. Whenever I say AS means CA Inter accounting standard. That is means to these companies Ind AS notified under companies Indian accounting standard 2015 Indian Accounting Standard Rules 2015 will be applicable, and to this company accounting standard AS means accounting standard, okay, notified under company accounting standard rules 2006 applies. 2006 applies. Understood? Means whatever you have done in CA Inter that is not withdrawn with introduction of Ind AS, that is also applicable to some companies to which Ind AS is not applicable. Means whenever you are in with some client for the preparation of financial statement, first you need to find out whether Ind AS is applicable or AS is applicable. If AS is applicable, go to CA Inter. If Ind AS is applicable, come to CA Final. Understood? This point have you understood? Now one doubt will come with this. So what about non-companies? What about non-companies? Means any partnership firm, any proprietorship, whether to them accounting standard is applicable. What do you think? What do you think? Whether to them AS is applicable? Yes? No? Are you able to understand what I am asking? Correct? You need to respond now. When I am asking something, you need to respond. Achha, you have done articleship or you have not done articleship? You have completed. So it means you have some practical knowledge. You have some practical knowledge now. So with that practical knowledge, say something. Okay. So what I am asking, what about partnership firm and what about proprietorship? Means those who are non-companies, non-corporate body. To them, accounting standard applicable, not applicable? Applicable, not applicable? Which AS will be applicable? Which AS? This first part, second part. Nalayak, it is as per company rules. Think about this, what I am saying. Before answering, you are CA final student, think twice. Because whatever answer you are giving, it represents that you are CA final student. It is written AS notified under what? Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. How can you say second part is applicable? Whether to partnership firm or proprietorship, Companies Act will be applicable. So how can you say second part? You can't say second part, na? Now say whether AS is applicable or not applicable. AS is applicable, not applicable? No, it's applicable. It's applicable. So to them AS is applicable, but which AS? Accounting standard issued by ICAI. Oh my God, what is this? Accounting standard issued by ICAI. Who is ICAI? Our godfather. Our godfather, na? Correct? So issued by our godfather. So whether these accounting standards are not issued by ICAI? No, it is not issued by ICAI. It is notified by MCA, means central government, in consultation with ICAI only. But we can't say it is issued by what? ICAI. Means if you say what are Ind AS? So Ind AS are notified by MCA in company's Indian Accounting Standard Rules 2006, 2015. What is AS? This AS? This is AS notified by MCA in company's Accounting Standard Rules 2006. Thora sa only a small brief knowledge. However, this batch is not for that much extensive study. Correct now? This whatever I am saying, it might not be important from exam point of view. But as a CA student, as a CA, you should know all these things. Because once you become CA, you should be aware of this fact. Correct? You should be aware of this fact. Just try to understand what happened. This is 2006, before and after. 2006, before and after. Understood? I passed in the year 2005. I passed means I became CA in 2005. Understood? Correct? So it means for me so this was not applicable only. Neither this nor this. Because one is 2006, one is 2015. So I have not studied this. So what I have studied? I have studied only AS issued by what? ICAI. Means before 2006 there was only AS issued by ICAI. Correct? Understood? And which was not a part of company's rules or company's act. Means can I say this AS was actually not mandatory for companies also? Because this is AS issued by whom? ICAI. So whether company are bound to follow this? No, who is ICAI? Are you able to understand what I am saying? So that time this was not so mandatory. But what happened? Before 2006 there was Companies Act 1956. Companies Act 1956 that was now become Companies Act 2013. So Companies Act 1956 used to say that every balance sheet and SOPL should comply with the requirement of accounting standard, which is formed under the guidance of central government with the help of NACAS. NACAS means National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standard, which now become NAFRA. NAFRA, you know? You know NAFRA? So NACAS now become NAFRA. So that time it was NACAS, so I am using NACAS. Now it become NAFRA. Are you getting what I am saying? So it means who will, as per Companies Act, who has the power to form accounting standard? NACAS under the guidance of what? Central government. Means this AS was actually not mandatory for whom? Companies also. But what happened ki Companies Act has given one circular whatever ki till NACAS issue any accounting standard, AS issued by ICAI will be followed. And therefore for companies indirectly it was mandatory. Understood what happened? But for partnership firm, for proprietorship, whether this AS was applicable, it was applicable. So what ICAI has done, I am not giving you the entire story. Actually, I need to start from 1977, but I am not going to that level. 1977 was the year when ASB, Accounting Standard Board, was formed. Accounting Standard Board, you know. So actually, I should start from 1977, but I am not going itna aage. So what happened? ICAI has issued one circular to their member. Who are the member of ICAI? Chartered accountant. We are the member. You will become. I am already the member of ICAI. So issued one circular to all the members that if you are complying any attested function, means if you are signing any financial statement, that financial statement should comply with the requirement of accounting standard issued by what? ICAI. Means any partnership firm financial statement, any proprietorship financial statement, or any company's financial statement, if it is signed by whom? Chartered accountant, that need to comply all the requirement of AS issued by ICAI. So indirectly can I say it become mandatory for all? Understood? Now what happened? In this year 2006 something happened. I am not going to what happened. Something happened, and in that year Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006 was formed. So what MC has done, MC has just copied paste all the accounting standard issued by ICAI and incorporated in this rule. Only one changes was made in AS11. That changes I will teach you in CA final only. AS11 you have done? The effect of foreign exchange rate. So what changes was done, that also I will inform you, but not today. So it means, can I say AS which was notified in Companies Accounting Standard Rule 2006 is same to same AS issued by ICAI? Am I right or not? But now it become a part of Companies Accounting Standard Rules, which means it become mandatory for all companies. So now can I say in this way, now actually there are three set of accounting standard in India. Three set of accounting standard in India means if somebody asks you how many set of accounting standard in India, there are three set. One is accounting standard issued by ICAI, which is applicable to non-corporate body. And that is also not mandatory. If you are signing the balance sheet, that CA need to comply all the requirement of accounting standard. Understood? So that is not mandatory, but indirectly it is applicable to partnership and proprietorship. Correct now? So normally if you are signing any balance sheet, make sure it is as per the requirement of accounting standard. For company, there is mandatory only. So for company, there are two set of accounting standard. One is AS notified in Companies Accounting Standard Rule 2006. One is Ind AS notified under Companies Indian Accounting Standard Rule 2015. Understood? I think brief idea came. Brief idea came. Now, sir, what is the difference between these two? I think one thing you have understood: AS issued by ICAI and AS notified in these companies rules. No difference. That one difference also now eliminated. So it is exactly same. Means whatever AS you have done in CA Inter, actually that is applicable to these companies and partnership and proprietorship also. Am I right or not? Understood this point? So what is the difference between AS and Ind AS? Now in the year 2015 what happened? Means before that only it was in discussion. India understood that now we need to comply the requirement of financial reporting with international accounting standard. So you know about IFRS? IFRS means what? International Financial Reporting Standard. International Financial Reporting Standard. Now in IFRS also there are two parts. Before 2001 I will say, it was known as IAS. IAS means what? International Accounting Standard. So when I say IAS, it is international, and therefore in India we don't call it IAS. If I will call it IAS, then confusion will be there. Therefore the name has been given Ind AS. Ind AS is Ind AS, Indian AS, but IAS means what? International Accounting Standard. So if I am calling IAS, so that is not Ind AS, it is International Accounting Standard. And after that, the name was changed to IFRS. After that, the name was changed to IFRS. Means before 2000 or 2001, already IAS committee, International Accounting Standard Committee, IAS committee means International Accounting Standard Committee, has already issued IAS 1 to IAS 41. How many international accounting standard? 41. When IFRS committee was formed, so they have decided not to change the number and the title of this international accounting standard. So they have retained this IAS terminology, IAS 1, IAS 41, and they have decided that any new accounting standard issued by IFRS will be known as IFRS. Means after that they have issued IFRS 1 to IFRS 16. Understood what I am saying? What actually happened? So can I say, even though now there is no IAS committee, but then also we use the term IAS 1, IAS 2, IAS 3 and IAS 41, and whatever new accounting standard was issued after 2001 under IFRS committee, that is has been given the number what? IFRS 1 to IFRS 16. Means both exist. Both exist. Understood what happened? Now this Ind AS are the converged form of IFRS. So when I say IFRS, it means including what? IAS. So I will not say repeatedly IFRS and IAS. When I say IFRS include what? IAS. If someone is saying IFRS, it include what? IAS also. Because now there is no International Accounting Standard Committee, we don't call it IAS. IFRS include IAS 1 to IAS 41. Are you able to understand? So these Ind AS are converged form of IFRS. Understood? So what do you mean by converged? Means we India have not adopted entirely international accounting standard because we are Indians. We always want modification. So we say will not entirely adopt IFRS. So we have adopted it with some modification as per the economic condition of India. Understood? It means, can I say that there are some differences between IFRS and Ind AS? It is not exactly the same, but the difference is only less than 5%, less than 5%, and that difference also will do in our class. Means, can I say if I am teaching you Ind AS, you also understood IFRS? So one thing, more thing I just want to say ki after doing classes from me, there is no need to do any coaching for IFRS. You can teach IFRS, huh? Don't take coaching. Start giving coaching, huh? Understand what I am saying? There is no need to take classes for IFRS. Suppose you are doing some IFRS diploma course, so you can do without taking any coaching because there is no difference only 5%. That also I will teach. Got this point? So Ind AS is converse form of IFRS. Now when India was converging IFRS to Ind AS, then one doubt came. See, what will be the number? Because can I say here also 1, here also 1. So we will say Ind AS 1. So which Ind AS? Whether we are talking about IAS 1 ki IFRS 1? The doubt came. Therefore numbering was done in this way. This IAS was numbered like this. Ind AS 1 to Ind AS 41. Understood this point? So whenever I say Ind AS 1, it is IFRS 1 or IAS 1? IAS 1, not IFRS. Understood this point? And this IFRS was numbered as IFRS 1, Ind AS 101, Ind AS 101 to what? Ind AS 116. It means when I am saying Ind AS 116, don't be scared. There is no 116 accounting standard in our syllabus. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So when I say Ind AS 101 or 102, it means IFRS 1, IFRS 2. Correct. Out of this also there are many standards which has been already related by IFRS committee. Means when I am saying IAS 1, it exists, but there is no IAS 4. IAS 4 is already deleted, means there is no Ind AS 4. Are you getting what I am saying? If I say IAS 29 has been deleted, it means there is no Ind AS 29. Are you able to understand? Yes, sir. So what I want to say, effectively there are 35, I think, Indian accounting standard. 35 that we need to study. That we need to study means you can count from here what is in our syllabus. You can see this much. 31. 31 means what? There are some Indian accounting standard which is not in our syllabus. So out of that also 3 are not in our syllabus. 31 we need to study. 31 maybe this is one these 2 chapters are what? Not related to India. So 31 minus 2 how much? 29. 29 may I have combined some Indias yahan par, effectively it is study मान लो 35 effectively. Will not count it effectively. This is our part of syllabus. So as far as syllabus is concerned, correct, 95% of syllabus is related to India. Then there are 2 chapters which is newly introduced in new scheme, which are theory chapter. This is totally new for the new scheme. And then 1 chapter will be related to schedule 3, requirement. Schedule 3 requirement. Understood? So this is the entire syllabus. This is the entire syllabus. Means can I say here we are only learning what? Indian accounting standard. We need to only learn Indian accounting standard. I will say 95% that is only. Correct. Now, when I am saying schedule 3, you know schedule 3? Have you done the format of financial statement as per schedule 3 in CA Inter? You have done the format. You have done the format. So schedule, you know schedule 3 has how many divisions? You don't know. Because I know you don't know. The schedule 3 has how many divisions? 2 divisions. There are 2 parts. Division I am asking. So there are 3 divisions. Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. Division 1 is applicable to those companies which are following accounting standard. Means this was a part of CA Inter syllabus. So in CA Inter you have done division 1 of schedule 3. You have done division 1 of schedule 3. Means that is not applicable to company which are following Ind AS. Got this point? Second, division 2 is applicable to those companies to which Ind AS is applicable. To which Ind AS is applicable. Means this is in our syllabus. So it means in CA final will study division 2 of schedule 3 of Companies Act. Division 2 of schedule 3 of Companies Act. So what is division 3? So division 3 is applicable to NBFC. What is NBFC? Array, yes, very good. Achha, in the old scheme of CA Inter, I think there was NBFC also, na? You have done NBFC? That now that chapter has been deleted. In new scheme of CA Inter. In new scheme of CA Inter. So NBFC that adopt Ind AS. That adopt Ind AS. For them division 2 is not applicable. For them division 3 is applicable. So any NBFC which adopt Ind AS, for them division 2 is not applicable, division 3 is applicable. And because NBFC is not in our syllabus, this is also not in our syllabus. NBFC is not in our syllabus. So I will not teach you division 3. Why to teach? Correct. Understood. So only this is in our syllabus. So when I say schedule 3, in your mind what should come? Division 2 of schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Understood. So division 1 and division 3 is not a part of our syllabus. So of course we'll do that chapter somewhere. Got this point? Yes, sir. Means can I say with this entire discussion, I hope you have understood what is Ind AS. Now with this discussion, one doubt of course has came, just to which company Ind AS is applicable. To which company Ind AS is applicable, because once you understood to which company Ind AS is applicable, for balance AS will be applicable. So now that discussion is required. Let us come to one chapter. Let us start one chapter. Chapter number 2. We will start with chapter number 2. Okay. Chapter number 2. You can see Ind AS introduction. Today my target is to complete this. Ind AS introduction. What are Indian accounting standard? Now you have understood what are Indian accounting standard. Indian accounting standard means what you will do in CA final. So if somebody asks you what is Indian accounting standard, what will be the answer? So what the syllabus of CA final is Ind AS. Whether this is the answer? No, this is not the answer. So what is Indian accounting standard? Indian accounting standard are international financial reporting standard. Yes or no? When I say IFRS, IFRS include what? IAS. That is understood point. That is understood point. Correct? So don't be confused that Indian accounting standard is not international accounting standard. Chalega? Converged. What is the key term? Converged. It is converted. We have not adopted entirely IFRS. Converged. Standard issued by whom? Central Government of India. Through what? Ministry of Corporate Affairs, MCA. under the supervision and control of ASB. ASB of ICAI means ICAI is one consulting body. You can't say issued by ICAI. You can't say issued by ICAI. Under the supervision and control. It is not issued by ICAI. Be careful. It is not issued by ICAI. Under the supervision and control of ASB of ICAI and in consultation with National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standard, which now become what? NAFRA. NAFRA means National Financial Reporting Authority. This is India. Understood? I think you have understood. India's are IFRS issued by central government through MCA under the supervision and control of ASB of ICAI with consolidation of NAFRA. That become India. So India's are named and numbered in the same way as the corresponding international financial reporting standard for ease of reference. They have not changed the number also. So IS1 is now known as what? India's 1. And IFRS 1 is known as what? India's 101. So we can correlate. If I am saying India's 116, in your mind what will come? IFRS 16. Chalega. Now, what are carve out and carve in of India's? Means already I have said there is some difference. So basically there are three types of difference. There are three types of difference between India's and IFRS. IFRS will include IS. There are three types of difference. One is known as various terminology related changes. Means what happened? There are some terminology which was used in IFRS but which has been changed where? In India. Whether it will make any difference. If I will change your name and I will start calling with your nickname, where your identity you will change. Your identification will not change. Now you will remain the same person only. Correct now, you remain same person. So changing the terminology will not make any difference. But the terminology used under IFRS and India's might be different. For example, there are two basic changes. One is internationally the financial statement consists of statement of financial position. Means the balance sheet is known as what? Statement of financial position. Correct. And statement of PL is known as, you know, this point, statement of comprehensive income. Correct. Now when we were drafting India's, then one doubt will come. If this terminology will be used, suppose we copy paste this terminology, then it means amendment is required where? In Companies Act. Because Companies Act says financial statement consists of balance sheet and statement of profit and loss. It means amendment is required where? In Companies Act. And in India, amendment will not easy. It will take around 15-20 years in India. You know, because once amendment we start, then government will change. Yes or no? Government change, then again they will restart from the beginning. It is not possible. It is not very easy in India. So they understood this fact. If they will retain this term, it means amendment required where? In Companies Act, and it will take some time. So first let us amend what? Companies Act and then change यहाँ पर. So they have retained which terminology? So in India's we use balance sheet only. So it means terminology change. So India's has not given the term statement of financial position. They have given which term? Balance sheet. And statement of comprehensive income is known as what? Statement of profit and loss. Now no amendment required. No amendment required. You know, companies 1956 and 2013, how many year difference? Initially they were 1956. Now 1956 means which year? Means that time 1947 we got independent. Correct? 1956. It took more than 50 years to amend what? That obsolete Bakwas Companies Act. Because we have done that act. There was nothing. There was nothing, na. You know, this Companies Act 2013 was initially drafted in which year? It was initially drafted in 1987. India. It will take time. It will take time. So MCA was knowing this fact. Therefore, they have retained this terminology. So can you say, but this terminology changes will make no difference in Ind AS and IFRS. Understood? So in India, what we'll call it? Statement of financial position will be known as balance sheet, and statement of comprehensive income will be known as statement of profit and loss. So sometime what happened? ICAI will take question from international book, because can I say they need to create a new question, na? So they will take question from international book and they forget to modify the question. It is quite possible that in the question it is given that prepare statement of financial position and statement of comprehensive income. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Correct na? It means they want you to prepare what? Balance sheet and SOPL. Understood? It means that is a question which is taken from what? International book. Correct? Understood? But will prepare what? Balance sheet and statement of profit and loss only. Correct? Got this point. So this difference you understood various terminology related changes. Second difference was removal of option. Now IFRS is very much flexible. They have given many options. Option means they have given either do this or do this. Correct? So they have given option. For example, one option you know from AS10 only. AS10 is what? Property, plant and equipment, PPE. So in AS10 one option has been given that entity can either follow cost model or revaluation model. That is an option given, na? So option given for the ease of accounting. If you are not able to follow revaluation model, follow what? Cost model. That is easy. If you want to follow revaluation model, you can follow. That is for ease of accounting. So flexibility is there. Flexibility to IFRS is very much flexible. Correct. But when we were converting IFRS to Ind AS, some of the option has been removed. Some of the option has been removed. For example, just try to understand. IAS, International Accounting Standard 40. This is investment property. I'm just giving one example. So IAS 40 has given one option that either you follow cost model or fair value model. Fair value model. This was the option given for investment property. We'll discuss everything in detail, don't worry. But when we were converting IAS 40 to Ind AS, what? 40. So option was removed. Now only what? Cost model. My question to you all, in this also their cost model was available, na? So whether it will make any difference? It will not make any difference. Means we have not changed the accounting treatment. We are just giving only one option. And can I say one option will be better for comparison purpose also? Here so many entity can follow cost model, some entity will follow fair value model. How to compare? So for a valid comparison of financial statement, they have removed some option in Indian accounting standard. But that does not mean that will create any difference between IFRS and Ind AS. So there is a difference, but it will not create any difference in financial statement. Correct? So this is removal of option. So some of the option has been retained, some of the option has been removed. Understood this point? Got this point? Yes, sir. The third difference, which will actually create a difference, is carve out and carving. This is important from examination point of view, that may be important, because carve out and carving are given in your ICAI study material. Understood? Means when we read the structure of syllabus, then nowhere it is mentioned that this is a part of syllabus. But when we read the study material, they have given carve out and carving. So it means it is a part of syllabus. It means we need to teach carve out and carving. So what is carve out? Whenever any accounting treatment has been modified from IFRS to Ind AS, and that modification has been done as per the economic condition prevailing in India, that is known as carve out. That is known as carve out. So it will have an impact because there is some modification in the accounting treatment given by IFRS and Ind AS. So we'll understand carve out in respective Ind AS. I mean, right now, whatever I will say, you will not be able to understand that difference. But have you understood carve out? So I will use this terminology during the class. It is a carve out. Means there is some difference in accounting treatment given in IFRS and Ind AS. There is some changes made. Carve in means what? Whenever IFRS is silent regarding some accounting treatment, means IFRS has not given any accounting treatment for that particular transaction event, but that has been included where? Ind AS. Means IFRS was totally silent, correct? But Ind AS has given some accounting treatment. Means they have included some additional accounting treatment, that is known as carve-in. That is known as carve-in. There is only one carve-in. There is only one carve-in. Balance all are carve out. Are you able to understand? This might be important for MCQs. Correct now? This might be important for MCQs. So that is known as carve-in. So certain changes have been made considering the economic environment of the country, which is different as compared to the economic environment of developed countries, which have been considered while making IFRS. These differences are due to differences in application of accounting principle and practice and economic conditions prevailing in India. The difference which are in deviation to the accounting principle and practice stated in IFRS are commonly known as carve out. Further, if there is no guidance under IFRS for any particular transaction event, then the guidance provided under Ind AS is known as carve-in. Correct? So this definition might be important for MCQs type of questions. Got this point? Over. Differences also you understand. This will be discussed in respective Ind AS. In respective Ind AS means this will be discussed in respective Ind AS, because right now if I will give you a carve out, you will not be able to understand what is the need of that carve out. What was the requirement of that carve out? Okay. Now the next point is what? To which company Ind AS will be applicable? To which company Ind AS will be applicable? Okay. Understood? Can I say it become past tense now? Because this rules was introduced in 2016. So the company to which Ind AS is applicable already applied. Half a new company will decide whether Ind AS is applicable or AS is applicable. So whether question will be asked or will not be asked, that we don't know. Correct? But some question has been given in ICAI study map, that will follow. Correct? Understood? And for that question we need to understand to which company when Ind AS was applicable. One thing is understood that the rule was introduced in 2015. So after that only Ind AS will be applicable. Before that Ind AS was not applicable. So the entire discussion has been divided into actually three parts, or I will say basically two parts. Companies which are banking company, insurance company and NBFC, for them different rules. Companies which are banking company, insurance company and NBFC. Why different rules? Because for banking company, insurance company there is specific act. I think you have done financial statement of banking company also. In your syllabus banking company was there now. So have you done as per schedule 3 or as per banking regulation act? Have you remembered that format? Correct? Nothing to worry, that format is not in CA finance syllabus. But that chapter has been also deleted where? In CA Inter new scheme. Thank you very much. So what I am saying that already you know about banking company. Similarly for insurance company. So banking company, insurance company and NBFC different rules, and other than banking company, insurance company and NBFC other rules. So first we will start for other companies. Other companies. So for company other than bank, NBFC and insurance company. Initially it was given as a voluntary basis for the year starting from 1st April 2015. So phase 1 was 1st April 2015 or thereafter. Any company can adopt Ind AS on voluntary basis. Any company can adopt Ind AS on voluntary basis. But once adopted, it cannot be reversed. Once you have adopted Ind AS, now you can't go to what? Accounting standard. Correct? But you can adopt Any entity can adopt on voluntary basis. First phase, it was on voluntary basis. Now, second phase started with mandatory. From 1st April 2016, it became mandatory for the following companies. So from 1st April 2016, it became mandatory for the following companies. Understood this point? First, company listed or in the process of listing on a stock exchange, either India or outside India, having a net worth of 500 crore or more. So having a net worth of 500 crore or more. So this might be important for MCQs. And unlisted company having a net worth of 500 crore or more. Means can I say in simply any company having a net worth of 500 crore or more? Point number 1 and point number 2 will be included. Why to give 2 points? We can make 1 point now. So we can say any company having a net worth of 500 crore or more, Ind AS will be applicable from 1st April 2016. Understood? Now what they said, point number C, any parent company. Do you know about parent company? Holding company. Holding company and parent company are same, because you know consolidation chapter na. Parent company, holding company. So any parent company, any subsidiary company. Subsidiary also you know. Any associate, do you know who are associate? Where you have done? Associate? I think you might have done in AS 18. Or you might have done AS 18 related party disclosure. You have done now. So there that term was used, associate. Joint venture, you know? Joint venture? I know what you know, you don't know. Okay. Detailed discussion will be done when I'll come to that particular chapter. But thoda you know, parent company, subsidiary company, associate, joint venture, this 4 terminology is very important. So any parent company, any subsidiary company, any associate company, any joint venture company of above, to them also Ind AS will be applicable, even though that does not meet the criteria of 500 crore or more net worth. Means even though their net worth is negative, then also Ind AS will be applicable if they are parent company, subsidiary company, associate or joint venture of above company. Understood? Correct. This you have understood. Then phase 3 started from 1st April 2017. Means to some companies it become mandatory from 1st April 2017, which were not included in phase 2. I hope you are understanding. So to which company? All companies which are listed or in the process of listing, either India or outside India, now Ind AS will be applicable. Means can I say from phase 3 or from 1st April 2017, all listed company or the company which are in the process listing will come under the purview of Ind AS. So now one thing is clear, all listed companies and all companies which are in the process listing, Ind AS will be applicable, even though they have a turnover, even though they have a net worth of 0. Correct? Of course, other than company, this I will explain afterward, which are not covered in phase 1, those which are not covered in phase 1, phase 2, to them Ind AS will be applicable from 1st April 2017. Then point number B, unlisted company having a net worth of 250 crore more, but of course less than 500 crore, because 500 crore more than 500 crore already applicable. So any company, any unlisted company having a net worth of 250 crore more, now for them also Ind AS will be applicable from 1st April 2017. Got this point? Then point number C will be common. If any company Ind AS is applicable to their parent company, to their subsidiary, to their joint venture, to their associate, Ind AS will be also applicable from that date. Understood? This much you understood. Correct. Any doubt? No doubt. Can I see in this my explanation is 0. This is only the content which you should know only. Explanation not required. But one thing is what explanation required. So what is that net worth? How to calculate that net worth? So from that question may be asked. So they will give one company financial statement. You need to calculate net worth, then find out whether Ind AS is applicable or not. This type of question can be asked. So what is that net worth? So that net worth is defined in Companies Act. So as per Companies Act, what is the meaning of net worth? Let us understand first. Then we'll go to what? Some other point, net worth. So as per the Companies Act, net worth means, because you have done Companies Act, so you know the meaning of net worth. Already you have done Companies Act, na? So you have done the meaning of net worth. Same meaning is given. So net worth means what? Paid up share capital. So when I say share capital, it will include equity share capital. It will also include preference share capital. Both na. So it will include both. Equity share capital plus preference share capital. Paid up share capital. Plus all the reserve created out of profit. All the reserve created out of profit. Can I say maximum reserves are created out of profit only? Can you give me some examples of reserve which are not created out of profit? Because both you know. Any reserve which is not created out of profit. Profit means PL account. Profit means profit earned. So any reserve which is not created out of profit. One is revaluation reserve. One is revaluation reserve and one is amalgamation chapter capital reserve. You know difference will be transferred to goodwill capital reserve. So that is also not created out of profit except that. So revaluation and amalgamation, understood? So, but does not include reserve created out of revaluation of asset and amalgamation chapter. Amalgamation chapter may you have done capital reserve. So this will not be added. Be careful. This will not be added. So revaluation reserve will not be added and capital reserve will not be added. Whether securities premium is also shown under the head reserve and surplus. Whether it is created out of profit. Securities premium is also shown under the head reserve and surplus. Whether it is created out of profit. It is not created out of profit. My question is that whether securities premium is profit. Whether securities premium is a profit. Whether securities premium is a profit. No. Yes or no? No. Pakka. Then why it is shown under the head reserve and surplus? Because of? You are saying correct only. Because of? Whatever cash you receive, that you will transfer to what? Reserve and surplus. Loan received. Reserve and surplus. You are a CA finance student, huh? Before saying, think 100 times, huh? Think 100 times. Whatever cash you receive, whether it will be transferred to reserve and surplus. You are not giving back. So for example, nominal value of equity shares, that is also not given back. Then why it is in capital? Have you asked this type of question in CA Inter to your teacher? You have never asked. First thing you have never asked. Why you have never asked? Because that time whatever your teacher used to say, that was correct. Am I right or not? You used to have full faith on your teacher that whatever teacher is teaching, that is correct only. And you are not supposed to apply your own common sense. But in CA final you need to change one thing. Whatever I am teaching, that might be not correct. You need to think and understand logically. So whatever you are writing, if you have not understood, don't proceed. Are you getting what I am saying? Whatever you are writing, if you have not understood, don't proceed. Suppose I am not giving you time in class to ask doubt, because this is exam oriented batch. I already said I will be fast. In regular batch, so I said, Aram, I have 300 hours, but here I don't have 300 hours now. Am I right or not? So it might happen I am not giving you time to ask doubt. So it is your duty to ask me that doubt after class, and if you have a live student or Google Drive student, ask me in the concerned Telegram group. Don't proceed without understanding logic. Correct? This is the only difference. why a student who have already passed CA inter exam take multiple attempt in what? CA final. Achha, my question to you, because today is first day, only first day I discuss out of syllabus. Huh? Once second day will come, I will be in gear 4. Because I need to complete the syllabus. Got this point? My question to you all, everyone, listen. Whatever exam you have passed recently, CA inter exam, whether it was easy exam, whether it was simple exam, what do you think? I am asking something to you. You passed or you have not passed? Passed na? Because in CA final there is no direct entry. Huh? In CA inter there is a direct entry. But in CA final you need to pass CA inter exam, then only you can come na. So my question to you all, if you have passed CA inter exam, what do you think? That exam was easy? It was not easy. It was not easy. 100% not easy. I also say it's not easy. It can be understood from result also. Out of 100, I think 25. In your exam, 25% can be the maximum percentage. 25% means you are among 25%. And it was not an easy exam. And from my point of view, CA inter exam is more tougher than CA final exam. From my point of view, I always say, if you pass CA inter exam, means you can pass any exam. It is my perspective. And I have an experience of teaching last 15 years, I am in this field only. If you are capable of passing CA inter exam, you can crack any exam. Because it is not an easy exam. Because CA inter, 8 subject was there. Only accounting was the subject which we were knowing. Only accounting, and that also you have understood when you came into the class. That was also totally different. The term, only the name you were knowing, accounting. But costing, tax, GST, FM, audit, law, it was never ending only. Never ending, na? So many acts were there. Then IT, SM, some economics also there. In your exam there was economics also. Now that is deleted. 8 subjects and all new. And 9 months. Not entire 1 year also. You passed that exam. You have taken how many attempts? That is not at all important. Huh? You have taken 1 attempt, 2 attempts, 3 attempts, 4 attempts, 5 attempts. That is not at all important. You pass that exam, that is important. You pass that exam, it is not easy to pass. You ask those students who have never thought of writing that exam. Even though they pass CA foundation, you are among them. You pass that examination. It means it is an achievement or not. They bold yes. If you have achieved something, you should be happy, na? You should be happy or you should cry? You should be happy, na? Yes, it is an achievement. It is a 100% achievement. You pass that examination. If you ask Google Baba, you know Google Baba? What is the toughest exam in India? So after UPSC exam, CA exam will come. After you know UPSC exam? So after UPSC exam, second point will be CA examination. Now the everyone accepted also. Everyone accepted CA examination is the toughest exam in India. UPSC is something different. And that exam, CA inter exam you pass, it means one thing is clear, that you are not a average student. Am I right or not? What do you think? You are average student? You are an average student? You are not now. My question to you are average or extraordinary? Means you rate what? Average or extraordinary? Because no confidence only. You don't have confidence about yourself. So how ICAI will have confidence on you? You need to have confidence now. You pass that examination. Yes, say yes, sir, we are extraordinary. Bolo, you are average or extraordinary? Yes, this should be the yes. We have passed that exam. We have an ability to pass any exam. Yes. Only first day I will say. because I don't have time to motivate you in this next 150 hours. My question to you all, that you are extraordinary. Right now you have said, stick to that. But there is one difficulty. Extraordinary item has been deleted from India. Understood? So now we'll say we are exceptional students. We are exceptional. So now extraordinary item is not used in India. The entire concept of extraordinary item, whatever you have done in AS5. You remember AS5? In all my example, I will try to link with what? Concept only. Understood? So now there is no terminology known as extraordinary item. So we are which student? Exceptional student. Correct? Being exceptional, can I say you should pass CA final exam easily now. But what is the fact that I am just informing you at the beginning? A student who has passed CA inter examination, which is not an easy examination, which is also one of the tough examination, why that student is taking multiple attempts in CA final? This question we need to understand. If you understand this fact, CA final is very easy. That you need to understand at the beginning only. You know, when we do CA, when I teach CA inter, so I know any student who is doing practice without understanding concept, they will also pass. Means as per CA inter syllabus has been drafted, ICAI also say the student must have only working knowledge. Working means what? Practice knowledge, practice. And I think in account, I am not talking about any other subject. In account, you have done a lot of practice. One similar question, then 2, 3, 4 similar type of question you have practiced. Now, even though you don't know the concept, but you know how to write down the answer. And with that practice you passed. If that approach you will follow in CA final, you will die. Now practice not required. Of course practice required. But practice will not do without understanding what? Concept. ICAI also say now CA final student need to have over knowledge, expert knowledge. So their expectation is expertise. Now if you only believe in working knowledge, how can you pass? Normally what happens when you pass CA inter, you think that you have passed only with practice, and that you follow in CA final exam, you will take what? Multiple attempts. If you change that, CA final is more easier than CA inter, because now all subject you know. There is no new subject. You know accounts, you know audit, law is deleted, thank you very much. Correct now. Then you know FM you know. Can you see, you know DT, IDT, that time one subject, now two subject, you know. One is only new subject. There is a combination of all, multidisciplinary. There is a combination of all 5 subjects. Very easy. Change the process of learning. Today, with this one example, I will just prove you that what you have done in CA inter, what you are supposed to do in CA final. If you change that, it is my commitment to you that you will pass in first attempt. Understood? Just try to understand this point, everyone. What actually happened? You have done sole proprietorship, you have done partnership firm, you have done company. But any amount received from owner, what was journal entry in proprietorship? Any amount received from owner, what was the journal entry? Amount received from owner, what is the journal entry? I am asking something. Bank account debit to capital, means whatever you receive will be transferred to capital now. Capital is nothing but equity. We call it equity also. Yes or no? Correct. Second, what is the any amount received from partners will be transferred to which account? Bank account debit to what? Partners capital, means capital only na. There were 2 partners, so we should have a partner capital 1, capital 2, capital 3, but that is capital account only. 2 capital only. But when you came to companies, any amount received from shareholders is not transferred entirely to what? Capital. Understood? Means you used to pass one journal entry bank account debit to share capital to what? Securities premium. Means suppose 100 is the face value and it was issued at 150, then 100 will go to what? Capital, and 50 will be transferred to what? Securities premium. Why? What happened here? Premium amount is received from whom? Owner only, na? So what happened here? Premium is now shown under the head reserve and surplus. Why reserve and surplus? Why? It is not a profit for the company. Reserve and surplus means profit. Have you asked this question in CA Inter? Have this doubt came to you anytime? This doubt also not came. Means you are not studying logically. Try to understand. I am not demotivating you because I was also same like you. But I changed in CA final. I have changed myself in CA final. And that I understood at the beginning only. I need to change to survive in the market. To survive in the market. Are you getting what I am saying? Are you able to understand? But can this doubt should come or not? What actually happened in company? Any amount received from the owner is always transferred capital, and reserve and surplus profit. This is not a profit. Then so will not do any business. Will only take money from whom? Owner, and will sit idle. Profit. This is not a profit only. You have also said that. So why it has been transferred to premium? Anyone? One second. No. When I am saying nalayak, don't feel bad, huh? Please, that is my habit to say nalayak. Because you are CA final student, na? Sometimes you may feel bad. I have said, if you are feeling bad, feel bad. Follow. Anyone? One simple question you are not able to answer. What will happen if same question you ask in interview? Whether they will ask you second question. Am I right or not? Just try to understand this fact. Listen carefully. Any student who passed CA final exam, whether he should select company or company should select CA. He should. You are saying. I am not saying, huh? He should select company. Company has not a right to reject that person. You pass CA examination. Why interview, Baba? I will take your interview. I will say I want to join you. Am I right or not? Otherwise I will not join. I will do my practice. Yes or no? A person who passed CA examination, one of the toughest paper in India, everyone is saying that. Even Google Baba is saying that. Even in the world I will say, it is the toughest paper. You compare any examination, it is the toughest paper except UPSC paper. And company need to select us. We will select company. We will decide about our remuneration. Who are you to decide our remuneration? No one have a right to reject us. Yes or no? No one have a right to reject us. We should not give anyone right to reject us. Am I right or not? Am I right or not? If I am wrong, you say me, I will stop teaching. I have given also interview. That time I was not knowing this fact. When I passed CA, no one has given this guidance to me. I was also like you only. But I understood within 9 months of my service that this company is not made for me. I am capable of earning 1 crore. Why I will take 10 lakh from you? Am I right or not? I understood in the 9 months of my service, I just resigned it. I understood in the first 9 months, I am capable of earning 1 crore. Why I should only enjoy 10 lakh from you? I understood. I struggled initially. 1 crore, it is not an easy task. But I achieved that goal. Understood what I am saying? Correct? It means, if suppose somebody asks you this question, if you are not able to answer, then there is some limitations. So that you need to change in CA final. If you are not able to understand logic, don't go till you understand logic. You have a time. after class to ask me, because this is exam oriented batch. So it might happen. I will say after class. Okay. Yes. What is growth, Baba? I don't want to go to Companies Act because I don't have time right now. Simple one word answer. This is due to Companies Act. This is due to Companies Act. And Companies Act has given bakwas point. Can we avoid Companies Act? Can we say no, will not follow Companies Act? It means we are doing only because of Companies Act, even though the accounting treatment is wrong. Even though accounting treatment is wrong. Because Companies Act says that any amount received over and above nominal value will be transferred to securities premium account. We open that account. If the Companies Act would have been silent, we would have done one journal entry, bank to capital. Because of Companies Act, this journal entry has been done. This journal entry has been done. No other logic. No other logic. It means if Companies Act would have been silent, then my journal entry would have been bank account debit to capital only, and Ind AS says this only. Ind AS has given this journal entry. But there is one point that Ind AS cannot override a requirement of law. It means till there is any amendment in Companies Act will follow which entry? This entry only. But soon there will be one amendment. Soon that amendment will come. I don't know when the amendment will come. It may come within 5 years or after 5 years. But one amendment will come when this account will be deleted from all life. So Ind AS says what is journal entry? Bank account debit to capital only. But due to Companies Act, we are following these journal entries. Understood? Have you understood? This is the one example I am just informing you at the beginning, that till you understand logic, don't proceed. If you understand this particular fact, CA final not only FR subject, all subject will be very easy. And if you go only from solution point of view, sir, what is the solution of this question? Only inform us, then multiple attempt might come. And there is nothing wrong in passing multiple attempts. Because I know many chartered accountants who have taken many attempts but earning crores. But first attempt is first attempt. First love is always first love. Yes or no? Correct now. So think about first attempt. Target should be of first attempt only. Am I right or not? Correct? Yes, sir. Now, coming to this. What is the meaning of net worth? So I think you have understood securities premium will be also included even though not created out of profit, because it is a part of capital. Because it is a part of capital. So it is nothing but same. It is nothing but same. But we write down separately because of Companies Act. And the meaning is given by Companies Act. Understood? Yes, sir. Less any accumulated losses. If you are adding reserve and surplus, then deduct accumulated losses. Okay. Less deferred expenditure and miscellaneous expenditure not written off. This point is now not relevant, because now there is no concept of deferred expenditure. What is the meaning of deferred expenditure? You know the term deferred expenditure? Deferred revenue expenditure, you might be knowing. Can you give me some example? Advertisement expenditure. Can we defer that? Can we defer that advertisement expenditure? Over how many years? Over the contract period. My question to you all, can we defer advertisement expenditure? Defer means will not transfer to PL immediately. It will be deferred and will be shown as an asset in the balance sheet. So can we write down advertisement expenditure in balance sheet? My question to you all, I am asking something. Can we defer advertisement expenditure? Yes or no? Live student, you can also reply. Okay, I am just watching your chat box also. How many are saying no, we can't defer? Everyone is saying yes, we can defer? Means you don't know anything. You pass CA inter without understanding the concept of AS26. You don't know AS26. AS26 what? Intangible asset. Means what I want to say that you pass CA inter means you are a good student, exceptional student, but you pass without conceptual knowledge because that was not the requirement of CA inter exam. You pass without concept na? Are bolna re? In CA final, no, you can't pass. You can't pass. This you need to understand. AS26 says that it will not meet the definition of intangible asset, therefore charge it to PL immediately. It means now there is no concept of deferred revenue expenditure, but we are doing as per Companies Act. They still say that yes, there can be a concept of what? Deferred revenue expenditure. So I will not go against Companies Act. So what they want to say, any expenditure which is not transferred to PL, can you say it also represent loss? Any expenditure which has not been transferred to PL, it is also one type of accumulated loss. So that should be also deducted. That should be also deducted. But now there is no concept of deferred revenue expenditure. Detailed discussion in respective Ind AS. In respective Ind AS. Chalega? Yes, sir. So I hope you have understood the meaning of net worth. Can you repeat with me? Net worth means what? Paid up share capital plus any reserve and surplus created out of profit, excluding revaluation reserve and capital reserve arising in amalgamation chapter. Correct? Add securities premium less accumulated losses less miscellaneous expenditure if any given in the question. If any given in the question. You have understood the meaning of net worth. Can we proceed? It means, can you see this entire rules is based on net worth? Now one doubt will come, the net worth based on which financial statement? Separate financial statement or consolidated financial statement? I hope once I have used the word separate financial statement and consolidated financial statement, you have understood my emotion. Because you have done which chapter? Consolidated financial statement. When I say separate, only your parent company. When I say consolidated, it is parent plus subsidiary. It is based on which financial statement? Separate or consolidated? Well, every entity is separate. It is based on separate financial statement. For every company, you need to apply this rule separately. Not on group company, you need to apply individually. It is based on separate financial statement. Now, one more doubt will come, sir. This financial statement should be prepared based on AS or Ind AS? AS or Ind AS? No. I mean, right now we are applying for the first time. How can we prepare balance sheet as per Ind AS? Can we prepare? And if you can prepare, then you have applied. It means it is before application of what? Ind AS. So it is based on financial statement which are prepared based on accounting standard notified under Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. Understood? I hope you have understood these 2 points. Correct? So what they have given? Net worth should be calculated based on standalone financial statement preparing as per existing accounting standard. Existing means whatever you have done in CA inter. This, from all these MCQ question can be framed. Understood? Yes, sir. So now can I say you have understood this entire rule? Now the question is a net worth of which financial year? Net worth of which financial year? This one doubt will come now. So suppose you are in 1/4/2016. Well, previous 3 financial year. Previous 3 financial year. How many? So 3 will be what? Batao. 3 means what? Which one? It will be 13-14, 14-15 and 15-16. Correct? So 13-14, 14-15 and 15-16. In any one financial year, if it meet the net worth criteria, Ind AS will be applicable. If in any one, not all. If in any one financial year net worth criteria is satisfied, then Ind AS will be applicable. For page 3, it is previous 4 year because starting from 13-14. So 13-14, 14-15, 15-16 and 16-17. Any one financial year, the criteria is satisfied, Ind AS will be applicable. I hope you have understood. So you have understood companies which are not banking company, insurance company and NBFC. Now let us come to banking company, insurance company and NBFC. For banking company, Banking Regulation Act says that we are not prepared for the application of Ind AS and it has been deferred. Initially it was applicable from 1/4/2018. then shifted to 1/4/2019. Now it has been shifted for unlimited period. So banking company is saying we are not prepared for Ind AS right now. So it is not applicable to banking companies, correct? So any scheduled commercial bank excluding RRB. RRB means what? Regional Rural Bank. So for that Ind AS is not applicable. So we are only discussing about scheduled commercial bank excluding RRB. So what they are saying? RBI with a press release dated in 5 April. First it was initially applicable on which date? 1/4/2018. Then it was shifted to what? 1/4/2019. Then however later on RBI deferred the Ind AS implementation till further notice to notification dated on 22nd March 2019. Now we don't know when it will be applicable. Similarly for insurance company, Insurance Regulation and Development Act, we are not prepared. We want time for the application of Ind AS. So it is deferred for insurance company also. So you can see it is deferred for insurance company. So for banking company, insurance company, right now Ind AS is not applicable. So what will be applicable? AS and their respective act. Their respective act. Non-banking financial company, because that is not as per Banking Regulation Act or IRD Act, therefore it is applicable. And it has been given in how many phase? 2 phase. Similar to whatever we have done. So phase 1 from 1st April 2018. Starting from 1st April 2015, then 16, then 17, then came what? 18. 1st April 2018, then 19. Game is over. Actually, it was the intention to apply Ind AS to all company from 1st April 2019. This was the mere intention, but banking company, insurance company deferred it. We will not apply because we are not prepared for that. Understood? Yes, sir. So for NBFC, whether listed or unlisted, having a net worth of 500 crore more. First point you have understood. If Ind AS is applicable to this company, then their parent company, subsidiary company, associate company, joint venture also Ind AS will be applicable. You can see parent, subsidiary, joint venture, associate company of above also what? Ind AS will be applicable. Understood? Once again, net worth will be based on previous 3 financial year. Previous 3 financial years. Okay. This all thing I will give you. This book you receive. Whatever written, don't write. Concentrate. Whatever I write, that you write. Okay. This will be given. Today you have not received. Okay. After class you take the books. Okay. Understood? So don't write. Concentrate. Okay. Whatever I will write, that you write. So what I am saying, net worth shall be checked for the previous 3 financial year. So what will be previous 3 financial year? It is from 1/4/2019. So you can find out 3 financial year. It will start from 15/16, 16/17 and 17/18. Any one financial year, if it is applicable, Ind AS will be applicable. Whether my speed is okay, I will increase my speed. Okay, correct. If suppose in class you are not able to follow my speed, raise your hand. Because in class I have a duty. You are right. Whenever you purchase any item from the market, who have a right? The customer. I should not say you are my customer, because in this relationship customer word is not correct. But can I say I am providing services and you are receiving services now. So you have a right and I have an obligation. Correct? So in any time you find that you are not able to follow my speed, raise your hand, I will decrease my speed till you understand my speed. Okay? Chalega? Yes, sir. Then. Yes, sir. Then next page came from 1st April 2019. Now balance company also it will be applicable for NBFC. Then what they have given, any NBFC whose equity shares, whose equity and other securities are listed either India or outside India stock exchange, which were not in phase 1. Correct? Understood this point? Means we can say and having a net worth of less than 500 crore. Because more than 500 crore and 500 crore were already covered in phase 1. Then NBFC that are unlisted having a net worth of 250 crore more but less than what? 500 crore. Means one thing is clear that now as per current date, all listed company apart from banking company, insurance company, Ind AS is applicable. Unlisted company having a net worth of 250 crore more, Ind AS is applicable apart from banking company, insurance company. We can say in this way now. and their parent company, their associate, their joint venture, and their subsidiary also Ind AS will be applicable. So parent, subsidiary, joint venture, associate also applicable. Net worth, once again here as per previous 4 financial year, I hope you have understood. It may be important from MCQ's point of view. Done. Roadmap done. To whom, when it is applicable, we have understood. Now one thing we have understood, that if Ind AS is not applicable to any company, then what is applicable? AS will be applicable. Means this point we have understood. The company not covered by the roadmap, whatever we discuss right now, shall continue to apply existing accounting standard notified where? Companies Accounting Standard Rules 2006. Correct? Yes, sir. Means can I say company whose securities are listed or in the process of listing in SME? SME means what? Small and medium enterprise stock exchange. Do you know any SME stock exchange? You know 2 stock exchange. What are 2 stock exchange? BSE and NSE. These are not SME. But there are many small stock exchanges. So for example, Ahmedabad Stock Exchange. There was some year before Hyderabad Stock Exchange also. But now that has been closed down. So there may be many small stock exchange. For example, I am a new company. Correct now. New company with a startup business. Can you say, if I say I am a listed company, what picture I am creating in your mind? I am a big company or a small company? Big company, listed company. So what I will do to become popular in the market, I will list my shares in SME stock exchange, because listing fee there will be very low. But you don't know what is SME. The user don't know na. They will say listed, big company only. So to create a brand, we just list our shares in SME stock exchange. But we are a small company only na. So to small companies, Ind AS are not applicable. So one relaxation has been given, that any companies which are listed where in SME stock exchange, for them Ind AS will not be applicable. They can voluntarily adopt what? Ind AS. So they may voluntarily adopt Ind AS. But once voluntarily adopted, follow Ind AS forever, means it is irrevocable. Irrevocable means it can't be changed. It can't be changed. Understood? Correct. Simple. With our entire discussion, one point we have understood, that company law means any act will prevail over what? Ind AS. Means Ind AS is a part of what? Company rules also, but it will not override the requirement of any act. It will not override the requirement of any act. So act will prevail, and because of that reason, Ind AS say that all the consideration received from equity shareholders will be transferred to capital, but we follow what? Companies Act, because there is still now no amendment under Companies Act, and we used to create which account? Securities premium account. Understood this point? Yes, sir. But there is one exception to this rule. When I say Companies Act, so there is Schedule 3. You all know about Schedule 3, huh? And other act, means other provision of this act. Other provision means all the sections, all the rules, all the schedule, whatever is applicable. Now, when you read Schedule 3, means when I will do Schedule 3, then I will say that Schedule 3 can be modified as per the requirement of Ind AS. It means, can I say, if there is any differences between Ind AS and Schedule 3, we will follow what? Ind AS. Means Ind AS can override the requirement of Schedule 3, only Schedule 3, not any other schedule, not any other portion of the act. Understood? It means Schedule 3 requirement can be modified as per Ind AS. This point have you understood? Schedule 3 requirement can be modified as per the requirement. Ind AS means that format can be modified. That format can be modified. Other provision, this will prevail over what? Ind AS. This will prevail over Ind AS. One example I can say, because you know buyback of shares. Buyback of shares, you know why we create CRR, capital redemption reserve. You have created CRR, capital redemption reserve. Why? I'm asking why. Huh? Given by Companies Act. Very good. Now one answer. Don't say anything. Your answer is correct, 100%. This is smart work, na? As per Companies Act, sir. But if somebody asks you why Companies Act says that, I know you know the answer, because that is a very important point in that chapter, CRR. I think you know. So can you answer anyone why we created CRR as per Companies Act? You know we need to create, but you don't know why to create, na? You know we need to create, but why to create? Means you pass without knowing the logic behind that concept. This should change. This should be changed in CA final. I'm just warning you in the first class. From tomorrow I will not give any warning. Got this point? This should be changed. If you are doing something, so try to understand why we are doing that. If you understand that, you will never forget that point. So CRR is created for compliance of Companies Act to make capital intact. Capital intact means what? Before buyback, if the capital was 100 crore, so after buyback also capital should be, capital means including reserve and surplus, should be 100 crore to protect the interests of debenture holders and other liabilities. The answer I have given, logic you find. Okay? Prevail. So this will, so can is CRR is created. I'm just giving one example. Is created as per Companies Act, even if Ind AS is silent, even if Ind AS is silent. So in CA Inter, even though AS was silent, we used to create CRR. So Act will prevail over the requirement of AS and Ind AS. Understood? So you can't say Ind AS is silent, will not create CRR. You can't say that. Got this point? Yes, sir. So this also your law will prevail over AS and Ind AS. However, AS or Ind AS will prevail over the requirement of Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Okay. Now there are 4 points which we need to understand. First point. This you can write down. Case 1. This can be important from MCQ's point of view also. Suppose there is one Indian parent company. They can be foreign subsidiary. We call it foreign operation. We call it what? Foreign operation. I think in AS11 you have done integral foreign operation, non-integral foreign operation. Remember? Foreign operation? Forgotten. Chalo, theek hai. Indian parent company you understood, foreign subsidiary company also you understood. Now Indian company, suppose Ind AS is applicable. Let us assume Ind AS is applicable. Now the question is that whether to this foreign subsidiary Ind AS will be applicable. What is the meaning of foreign company? Which are incorporated outside India. Whether the Companies Act is applicable. Huh? Huh? Companies Act is applicable or not applicable? I don't know. You say I am not a company law teacher. Correct? So to some extent it is applicable, not for all the points. If I say CSR, there are many points which might be applicable, that is given in Companies Act only. But can I say they are not supposed to fulfill the requirement of Companies Act for financial reporting purpose? For financial report, because I am teaching financial reporting. So I am not going to other point of company law. For financial reporting, Companies Act is not applicable. Means they will prepare financial statement as per their authorized, as per IFRS we can say. So guys, let us assume they are preparing as per IFRS. Let us assume. Correct. Now the question is that this financial statement and this financial statement, can we consolidate? No, we can't consolidate because that is as per different standards. Therefore, one clarification has been given that even the foreign subsidiary will prepare their financial statement as per different standard for reporting purpose, but for consolidation purpose they need to provide information. So they need to provide information to which company? To Indian parent company. Based on what? Based on India's. For which purpose? For consolidation purpose. Means this is not for reporting purpose. This is which purpose? Consolidation purpose. Means we can say, of course, they need to also prepare their financial statement based on India, but for consolidation purpose, not for reporting purpose. And so reporting they are doing as per IFRS, etc. Got this point? So one clarification was given there. Otherwise, so consolidation was not possible only. Got this point? Yes, sir. These are all practical point which might come across when you are doing audit. Chalega? Done? Yes, sir. What they have given? It is a relief that an overseas subsidiary or associate or joint venture. We'll discuss what is associate, what is joint venture in detail in our future classes. Of an Indian company is not required to prepare their standalone financial statement as per India. However, this entity will still have to report their India's adjusted number for the Indian parent company to prepare consolidated India's account. Understood? Correct. Second point. Case number 1 you understood? Come to case number 2. Suppose there is one parent company to which Ind AS is applicable. Now they have a subsidiary which can be banking company or insurance company, or it can be NBFC also. But now let us assume today to NBFC Ind AS is applicable, so I am not writing NBFC. But banking company, insurance company, NBFC is not Ind AS is not applicable. It means for them AS and their respective act is applicable. Means they are preparing financial statement based on Ind AS and they are preparing their financial statement based on AS. Correct. Now, understood. Now whether it can be consolidated. Whether it can be consolidated. Achha, one more point before that. Ki this to 1/4/2016 is applicable. Now what is given in the para, whatever we have done the roadmap, see any parent company, any subsidiary company, any associate, any joint venture of this company, Ind AS will be applicable. So one doubt will come, whether this banking company, insurance company, AS will be applicable, ki Ind AS will be applicable. AS will be applicable. This answer already I have given. Correct? Already I have given because I have written AS. But the point is that their applicability is different. So even though that may be subsidiary company, associate company, joint venture company or parent company of this company, Ind AS will not be applicable because their time frame is totally different. Understood? So already when I have done the roadmap, so we have done that these all points are applicable to a company which are not banking company, insurance company or NBFC. Understood? Now one thing you have understood, AS is applicable, Ind AS is not applicable. Now can we consolidate? No. So once again, this company will provide what? Information. One clarification, this clarification has been given. Information based on what? Based on Ind AS. For which purpose? For consolidation purpose. Understood this point? Means indirectly Ind AS is applicable. Indirectly Ind AS is applicable. But for reporting purpose, they are reporting based on what? Accounting standard. So there are 2 points. For reporting purpose, yes. For consolidation purpose, they need to provide information based on what? Ind AS. Correct. Now case number 3. There is one parent company which can be banking company or insurance company, and they have a subsidiary company which meet the net worth criteria, and Ind AS might be applicable. Ind AS might be applicable. Now to their parent company, whether Ind AS will be applicable, AS will be applicable. AS will be applicable because their time frame is different. Understood? It means they are preparing their own financial statement based on AS and Ind AS. Now the question is that this banking company, parent company, will prepare consolidated financial statement based on AS or Ind AS? AS. It means they will provide what? Information based on what? They will provide information based on Ind AS. For which purpose? For consolidation. Subsidiary company. Subsidiary company will provide information based on AS. Oh, my mistake, because I was thinking about someone. ऐसा होता है, when you will not concentrate, what will happen? So I can also do mistake when I am not concentrating. Right now I was thinking about my wife. Correct now? Because what happened today, she has fever. So I was thinking whether my child has went to the school or not. So होता है ना, human nature. So concentration is required or not? So you also require concentration. That 3 hours exam day is more important. In that day, if you are not concentrating, even though you are prepared for rank, you will not be able to write. That 3 hours is what? Benchmark day. Understood? And we are preparing for that 3 hours when we write. चलो ठीक है. Information based on AS. For which purpose? Consolidation purpose. Understood? Motive to you have understood na? Got this right. Any doubt? Sir, NBFC phase 2 point on then 500 crore, right? I have written what? Phase 2 is 250 crore more, but less than what? 500 crore. What is given? Phase 2, it is net worth, unlisted company having a net worth of 250 crore more, but less than. Okay, now it is correct only. And this is also correct, having a net worth less than 500 crore, because any NBFC which was having net worth of 500 crore or more than 500 crore, that was covered where? In phase 1 only. Chalega? Understood? Yes, sir. Now, so with this entire points of introduction chapter is over. We'll do some question given in ICAI study material, but chapter number 2 is over. Now when new scheme was introduced, for the first time they have given some question in this chapter. Means the old scheme there was no question in this chapter. It means now they will 100% ask question from this chapter, and that will be in the form of MCQs only. That will be in the form of MCQs. There are 4 or 5 questions given. We can do it right now only. But have you understood or not? There is one last point. Let me explain that also. Suppose there is one company X Limited, and it was listed in, let us assume, London Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. Let us assume. Now, as per the Indian Stock Exchange requirement, they need report based on accounting standard or Ind accounting standard. Okay. But I am just referring before Ind AS. Suppose before Ind AS, they are preparing financial statement based on AS, but because they are listed in London Stock Exchange, so they need to follow the listing requirement of that country also. So suppose they are also preparing based on IFRS. Understood? Now what happened? From 1/4/2016 or 17 or 18 or 19, whatever, Ind AS is applicable. So now they need to prepare financial statement based on Ind AS. Now what this X Limited is saying, because AS and Ind AS there are a lot of difference. AS and Ind AS there are a lot of difference, but IFRS and Ind AS there is only 5% difference. So can we substitute this financial statement as per this? Means whether any financial statement which is prepared based on IFRS can be substituted as a financial statement based on Ind AS, because only there is a 5% difference that we can eliminate. Can we do so? Well, no. Here we are discussing as per Indian context. So this is not at all relevant. You need to change this financial statement to this financial statement. This will be explained once again in Ind AS 101. Just write down, refer Ind AS 101. Ind AS 101 is first time adoption of Ind AS. That will be my last chapter. First time adoption, last chapter. Correct? Understood? Because that can be understood when we have understood entire Ind AS. Understood this point? So one point has been given for your clarification. If you go through that, the company cannot adopt IFRS as a substitution for Ind AS. Got this point? This case study already I have discussed. You can read by your own. Already I have discussed this case study. So this chapter is covered. Can we come to the questions? Yes sir, why not? Or today I forgot to give break. You want break? Huh? You want break? Pakka? I will carry on. You are a good student. So let me complete this chapter. Today I will not start a new chapter, don't worry. You can see there are 4 question bank. 4 volumes of question bank. We are in chapter number 2. You can see this will be the question bank in which only questions will be given. Only questions you will find. Correct. Let us start one by one each question. Question number 1. Following is a snapshot of audited balance sheet of company A as on 31st March 2014. Company's A's equity shares are listed in Bombay Stock Exchange since 2010. They have given very simple balance sheet. As per roadmap, which phase company A fall into? Correct. Will your answer change if the company A is an unlisted company? Whenever question is silent, always assume there is a company other than banking company, insurance company and NBFC. You can't assume by your own it is a banking company, insurance company, not India is not applicable. Zindabad. You can't say like that. Okay? Now first can I say we need to find out net worth. Net worth. So what will be net worth? Whether equity share capital will be added. Securities premium, general reserve, revaluation reserve, no. Profit and loss account, liability, fixed asset, investment, current asset, miscellaneous expenditure, minus. This will be minus now. Net worth means what? Either you take asset approach or equity approach, capital approach. So we are following which approach? Capital approach. We are not doing asset minus liability. In that way also we can calculate, but we will not follow for net worth. We will always follow what? Capital approach. So same answer is given. So how much it is coming? 505. So it is more than 500 crore. It will be in which page? Achha, make one correction in this in the assignment book. Otherwise you will give wrong answer. This is what? This was actually not a page. Please correct it now once you receive the book. This is page 1 and this is page 2. So now it will fall in which page? Page 1 ki page 2? Page 1. It will fall in page 1. Your answer is very simple. So what the answer is given? It will fall under page 1. phase 1. Understood? Will your answer change if the company is an unlisted company? If the company is unlisted company, then also what? Phase 1. So even though it is what? Unlisted company, your answer remains same. This type of MCQ question can be asked. They will give 4 multiple choices, so you need to just pick one. And if they ask reason, they need to give reason also. Okay? I mean, right now we don't know what type of MCQ question they will ask. With reasoning they will ask, or without reasoning they will ask. That we don't know. Okay? From my point of view, they will ask reasoning. From my point of view. Okay? Question number 2. Let's say question number 1. The balance sheet, the balance of profit and loss account is negative 375 crore. So now what they are saying? This PL account is negative 375 crore. Correct. When Ind AS should be applicable to company A, will your answer change if the company A is an unlisted company? So if negative become how much? Batao. Now what will be your answer? 160 plus 200 plus 150 minus 375 and minus 80. What the answer is coming? Bolo? You don't have calculator? Oh, calculator is mandatory in my class because I don't carry calculator. Bolo? How much it is coming? 1 second I will do. It is 160 plus 200 plus 150 minus 375 and minus 80. What the answer is coming? 55. So 55 means whether Ind AS will be applicable. Ind AS will not be applicable. If it is unlisted company, then also Ind AS will not be applicable. So what they have given? Correct. What was your answer? 55. So would be 55 crore? Would be 55 crore. You need to show by calculation. If it is a subjective question. And therefore, hence it does not meet the criteria as mentioned in phase 1 listed company or net worth of 500 crore more. However, as the company is a listed company, if it is listed company, then it will be applicable in phase 2. You have given answer about phase unlisted company or listed company. For listed company, can I say it will be covered under phase 2? For unlisted company, can I say it will not be covered? It will not be covered. So if it is listed company, can I say it will be covered under phase 2, because all the listed company will come under the purview of Ind AS in phase 2. But unlisted company, then it will not be applicable. It will not be applicable. Got this point? This type of question can be asked. One more question. The net worth of company B, an unlisted company, now they have given unlisted company, was 600 crore as on 31st March 2014. However, due to losses incurred in financial year 14-15, the net worth of a company was 400 crore as on 31st March 2015. From when the company A shall apply Ind AS? So we have said 3 previous financial years. 3 previous financial years. So for 1/4/2016, we need to go to what? 13-14, 14-15 and 15-16. So 14-15 can is 13-14 the criteria is satisfied, and therefore it will be covered in which phase? Phase 1. It will be covered in phase 1. What the answer is given? In the company B will be required to follow Ind AS for accounting beginning from 1st April 2016. Means under phase 1. Understood? Have you understood? Yes, sir. 1 second. The net worth of company C, an unlisted company, was 400 crore as on 31st March 2014. However, net worth of company was 600 crore as on 31st March 2015. Now also applicable, because one of the year meet the net worth criteria. So now also it is applicable. You can see it will be covered. Company C is covered by phase 1 of the roadmap. Understood? Chalega. Last question, I think so. Last question. Company D is the parent company of Group A. Group A. So there is one Group A whose parent company is what? Company D. Company A is an unlisted company having a net worth of 60 crore as on 31st March 2014. Following are the other companies of the group. Following are the other companies of the group. Company B unlisted, subsidiary of Company A. Company C unlisted, subsidiary of Company B. So group means what? All the subsidiary. Means if I say this is what parent company. So it might have one subsidiary, two subsidiary. Then this might have what? S3, S4. So can you say all will come under this purview? So this become a group company. Understood this point? Yes, sir. So in this question they have said company D is a parent of group A. Let me draw only. So company D is a parent of A. Then company B is a subsidiary of company A. Okay. So company B is a subsidiary of company A बोला ना? Company B is a subsidiary of company B. Then company C subsidiary of company B. So company C is a subsidiary of company B. Okay, sir. They have given net worth. Company B, what is the net worth? 600 crore. So 600 crore लिख दो. 600 crore. Company C, what is the net worth? 150 crore. 150 crore. And company A, they have given how much? It is given 60 crore. 60 crore. Whether India is applicable to company ABC, this is the question. So this is 60 crore. So they have asked whether it is applicable to ABC. So B to applicable, and their parent company also applicable, their subsidiary company also applicable. Therefore it is applicable to A, B and C. A, B and C. Understood this point? So whatever they have asked, that question is correct. So company A and C are unlisted and do not exceed the net worth criteria. However, the net worth of company B exceeds 500 crore. Hence, it will be covered under phase 1 of roadmap. As Ind AS is applicable to company B, the parent of company B, company A, and subsidiary of company B, that is company C, would also get covered under Ind AS irrespective of net worth criteria. But one doubt will be there. In this case, whether it is applicable to D, this is the parent now, ultimate parent, whether it will be applicable to D. Now, if you see the rules, what is the rules given? Check करेंगे. Means if you read the rules, because we need to read the rules now. If you read the rules, so if you find the sentence, let us understand the sentence. What they have given? कि parent company, subsidiary company, associate and joint venture of above. Above means which meet the criteria. Which meet the criteria na? Am I right or not? So one doubt will come. Because in this case, this is the parent company of what? B. And this is the subsidiary company of what? B. So in this case, no doubt. In this case, no doubt. But A is a what? Subsidiary of B. And can I say A Ind AS was not applicable because of net worth criteria? Now one doubt will come whether it is applicable to D or it is not applicable to D. One doubt will come or not. There is a mere intention. If you see the intention, it should be covered. And even though not covered, can I say, even though not covered, then also they need to prepare two financial statements based on AS and Ind AS. So they will voluntarily adopt. Correct now. So this has not been clarified till now. But as per the practical exposure, I will say yes, it is applicable because it is an ultimate parent company of what? D. So that ultimate parent company, this terminology has not been used in the rules. Therefore, doubt came. Whether it is applicable to ultimate parent company, one doubt came. So therefore, that question has not been asked. You can see in this question also that point has not been asked. Whether it is applicable to D or not. Suppose they ask, you just write down as per the rule. So it is applicable to A, it is applicable to C, to D because it is the ultimate parent company of B. It should be applicable. It should be applicable. Understood? Correct? But I don't know whether that type of question will be asked or will not be asked. One last question is there. Following is the structure of company D. Following is the structure of company D. You can see company D. Company is the subsidiary of D. Company H is the subsidiary of D. Company F, Company G, Company I. Chalega. All the company in the above structure are unlisted company and the net worth of company E. Net worth of company E is 300 crore, and net worth of all other companies below 250 crore, to which the Ind AS will be applicable. बताओ whether community Ind AS will be applicable as per phase 2 na, not phase 2, whether community Ind AS will be applicable. Yes, they are parent company. Company F, yes. Company G, yes. Doubt will come for what? Doubt will come because the community Ind AS is not applicable because of net worth criteria. Let's see what the answer has been given. Let's see what the answer has been given. Hence, the other company of group, that is company H and company I, would not be covered under Ind AS. However, as mentioned in ITFG, one clarification has been given. Company H and I would require to prepare its financial statement under Ind AS so as to facilitate company D for the preparation of consolidated financial statement. Hence, though statutorily company H and I may continue to prepare its financial statement under Ind AS, but it also have to converge to Ind AS. Moreover, this may also opt to voluntarily adopt Ind AS and prepare statutory account under Ind AS too. Correct. So as per rules, so they have said it is not applicable. But can I say if company D need to prepare financial statement based on Ind AS, so they need to provide information based on Ind AS. So ultimately they will adopt voluntary. They can adopt voluntary. But as per rules, they say no, it is not applicable. So it means they have asked that question also. It means they have asked that question also. Correct. So as per rules, what they are answering, it is not applicable to company H and company I. So this question become important because this is for us a doubtful question in which you may have a doubt. Understood? All other questions you can read and you can do it. ठीक है ना? Means some question you also do by your own. चलेगा? So question number 7, question number 8 you do by your own. Correct? Now today this much only. So today was only introduction chapter. Means today you can see we have not started any Ind AS. Today I have just given the introduction of Ind AS and I have just tried to inform you one point that how to learn Ind AS because it is a CA final and as per ICAI syllabus you need to have expertise knowledge to pass the examination. So when you say expertise knowledge, so sir, in exam oriented batch how can we have expertise knowledge? Don't worry, I am with you. Don't worry, I am with you. I will not delete any concept, but I will teach you all the concept which is required from exam point of view. In that I am not will do any deletion. Means any concept which is not required from exam point of view, that I may delete. That I may delete. Understood? For example, in regular batch sometime I give some extra gyan. So that extra gyan I will not give, which is not required from exam point of view, that I will delete. But whatever concept is required from exam point of view, that will be thoroughly covered. That will be totally covered. Understood? Okay. Any question you have in your mind? Today I have not given a break. Break will be given. Don't worry. Any doubt in your mind? No doubt? Okay. Be on time. I will start at 6:30 every day. You are coming, you are not coming, that is not important for me. Even one student is came, I will start at 6:30. Okay. So I will not wait for all the students, and if you are coming, come without asking me in the class. Understood? Correct? So because there are many live students who are listening me and I need to complete the syllabus in time. So I'll be very much punctual at 6:30. Normally I don't be late. Okay? So I'll come at 6:30. I'll start at 6:30 only. Okay. Any other point which you have? Collect your books today only. Collect your all the books today only. Okay. Any more point? Achha, about test. Test at CA final. Test means chapter wise test and mock test will be after completion of entire syllabus. That depends upon student. Normally I feel that in CA final classes I conduct test 1, all will come. I'll conduct test 2, 50% will come. Test 3, no one will come. Normally it happens. And then this will demotivate us also. Because when I am conducting test, you are not coming. It means no use of taking any test. So what I will do, if you want, then I can conduct test on Sunday or after class on weekdays. But everyone should be at one point only. So on Sunday I can take, when there will be no class, you can come and write test, but everyone should come. Correct now. I can create paper, I can give you, and of course we'll do some assessment also, or I'll give you suggested answer. You can check it by road and we can have a doubt clarification on that. That can be one. Or what I will do, because I know you have article sheet also, you have no time of preparation, you have other subject also. I know your all difficulties, but there should not be any excuse. Correct now. We should stop giving excuses. First thing. So, but I know what is your life cycle because I also went through the same phase. Okay. So what I can do, I will upload the test paper in the Google Drive link. Whenever you are prepared for that chapter, you write down by your own in your home. That can be the second strategy. Google Drive student, of course, that will be uploaded in Google Drive link. They will listen, they will write down as per their convenience. But to live student and to face to face, you decide and you just make it go, take a call. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for today. We'll meet tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day. Bye bye.